How y'all doing? Welcome back to the Herbie Design Co workshop. Welcome back to another episode of Business Bites. Chase the work, not the money. Now this is another one of those contentious ones. Probably going to get me a little bit of negative feedback. A few people might get their back up about it, but there's a few in this series that might pull that angle. But these are tips and things that have worked for me to get the success that I've had. Chase the work, not the money is about saying that the job on your doorstep with a check in hand ready to hand over to you may not actually be the right job for you and your business. It might be something that's outside of your skill set. It might be something that's outside of what your brand is actually about. It might be something that's just not, it just doesn't feel right. So for me, let me give you an example. I had a job come to me about a year or so ago to rebuild and redesign a desk. A dining table. It was a big square dining table a customer had that they wanted to cut the middle out of and inset a gaming table or a gaming port, a lowered gaming table into the table essentially. So it required cutting the middle out of the top of the table, building an inlay inset into it, and then being able to set that top piece back in without knowing that it had ever been removed. So you could remove it, you've got your gaming station, gaming area in the middle, you put it back in, and it looks like a regular dining table. I could have done it without any hassle. There was a few issues with getting it across the line, but we got there eventually. We got it quoted up, we got it priced, the customer was happy with it. Eventually it came to a point where I went, I need to step away from this job. It wasn't right. It wasn't right for me. It wasn't right for Herbie Design Co. I didn't want to be in the business of refurbishing and essentially repurposing previously made furniture. It turned out in the end, I was able to line the customer up with another maker in town who I knew would do a great job at it. And was someone who was just getting started and was a great opportunity for him to start working with other customers external to his family and friends. So it worked out really well. He did a really great job on it. JC, I can't think of his handle at the moment, but I'll pop it in the comments if I remember, on Instagram, and did a really great job with the table. It came up looking absolutely mid. I couldn't have been happier with the way it came out if it had come out of my own workshop. But for me, it was about saying, this is a good job. He ended up agreeing to a quote that was pretty high in the end, but it wasn't right for me. It wasn't right for Herbie Design Co. and it wasn't right for the brand that I was building. I had a similar thing just in the last 12 months. I had a customer looking for a display unit for a salon. She'd picked up a deal with a salon goods supplier. They had a unit that they would normally ship to salons for display purposes. To have it shipped from Queensland local to Canberra was going to cost an absolute arm and a leg. They suggested to her getting one made, so she put the feelers out and I came across it through social media. We went through the process, we were pretty much there, and eventually I had to walk away from the job. I had a lot on at the time. I wasn't able to get it done in the time that she was looking for. Sure, I could have prioritized everything that she needed and pushed aside all the other customers that I had waiting. But for me, it was about being true to the customers that I had who had already been lined up and had paid deposits, and being true to the processes I had in my business. So I walked away from that job. I ended up having to refund a deposit. I ended up having to try and get a refund back from my material supplier, my timber supplier, for the timber that I'd ordered. Thankfully, none of the processes had gotten too far down the line and we hadn't started building, we hadn't picked up any materials. So they were able to return it to stock. I was able to get my money back. I was able to refund the deposit. Let's just say it turned out hunky-dory. But again, it was another case of I could have pursued that just to get money, but it's not about the money. The success in your business is going to bring you money, But chasing money is not going to bring you success in your business. Your success has to be about more than just the next paying job that's coming across the line. I could have paying jobs lined up out the door if I wanted, but it's about saying, these are the jobs that actually fit my business and actually fit my brand. These are the jobs that are going to work with where I want to be and what I want to get to. If you start taking any job, anywhere, anything, all over the place, I don't do cabinetry because I'm not set up to do cabinetry. If I started taking cabinetry jobs, I'd have to change my entire workshop. I'd have to change how I work. And in reality, I'd have to change my branding and have to change how I market myself, because I don't market myself as a cabinet maker. I don't market myself as someone who's pushing out cabinets for kitchens or cabinets for anywhere else in the house for that matter. I market myself as someone who is pushing out kick-ass, amazing, custom, one-off design furniture that is only coming out of my workshop. That's how I want to be marketed. That's how I want to be known. Even when I do market stalls, selling small chopping boards and all those sort of bits and pieces I do in between, they're all targeted at being one-off custom pieces. I often tell customers at the markets, I can sell you this board today, I can make you one with a similar sort of colour, but I'll never be able to make one exactly the same. Because everything I make is unique, everything is different, and that's how I like to be known. Chase the work, not the money. Work out what work fits with your brand and fits with how you want to market yourself, and chase that. Don't chase the money for any paying possible job, because otherwise you'll be down the street mowing lawns and raking leaves, and that'll get you money coming into your business. Chase the work that suits your brand. Chase the work that suits who you want to be and who you want your business to be. Till next time, keep building the business. Keep building whatever it is that your business builds.